environmental consultant, and that sounds kind of fancy, but I'll just kind of try and make it as simple as possible. It's easy to get caught up in all the language we use around the office, and basically what happens in my job on a day-to-day basis is driving down a highway and it flips over, or something happens in the environment that's not natural, and it's not obviously good necessarily for humans or plants or animals to, interact with it directly, like an oil spill, for example. And what happens is we go out and we take soil samples and send them off to a lab, like to people, an actual lab wearing a white coat, and and we have analysis done, and we find out what is wrong, either with water samples or air samples or soil samples, and we get those back, and basically we come up with a plan of how we can solve the problem. So I kind of look at my job as a bit of a problem solver. I go out and the client will call us up and say, we have a problem, and I say, okay, we can figure out how to solve that problem. And I think that's one of the interesting reasons why I got into environmental science and sciences in general, is that in grade 4, I used to have couldn't sleep before my math exams, and that was the year of problem solving. And somehow I made it through that, and ended up really enjoying problem solving, and it's probably the reason why I'm involved in environmental science, because it's always a unique situation. It's always, totally, a different situation with groundwater and air and soil, and you just get to take in a bunch of different data and come up with a solution, and hopefully make the world a slightly better place along the way. So I did a degree in environmental science, which kind of means that I did a lot of different sciences to not an extremely high level, so I'm sort of a generalist. So I did my biology and chemistry and physics and everything, but didn't go right to I did my senior levels through high school and not in university. Just took my first year and second year of most of my sciences. And then basically the company that I work for hires a bunch of different people. They hire people like me who kind of have a little bit of knowledge of everything, and they hire engineers and biologists, who specialize in certain things. So it's kind of a whole range of people that can be hired in environmental science. And I guess my advice to anyone who's interested in going into science, I have a couple things. So my grade 11 biology or chemistry teacher in high school said, whatever you do, take all of your sciences in high school, because as soon as you stop taking sciences in high school, you start closing doors. And it's very true. For example, I did do all my sciences, but I didn't do all my maths. I had an opportunity to take calculus, and I decided in grade 12, well, calculus was fun for about a month, and then I decided to drop it. And ended up, in my 4th year of university going, oh, I need calculus to graduate. Ooh, okay, so had to painfully get reacquainted with calculus, and it would have been a lot easier if I just would have stuck through it in high school. So that's kind of one thing that I have to say is, do as much as you can early on, because it lessens the blow, I guess, when you're in university and trying to struggle through some of these courses. And I think that I had something else, but I can't quite remember where I'm at, so you can ask me about it later. And yeah, I really love my job, and it's very interesting. I get to be out in the field a lot, so it's not just sitting behind a desk. Get to, put on my big rain boots and go wading through streams and stuff like that. So lots of fun. Not as fun in January, but I really like it.